The thoughts and opinions of this show is that of Drezey and does not coincide with all of Dre's Radio Cafe. Listening discretion is advised.
Yeah. Rated. Double.
Roski making hits.
Keys in my crib, you think it's all me? Yeah. Yeah. All me. So it's all me. Picked up the keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and tint, this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, it's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Brady has always been this crazy, classy criminal. Highly respected, baby, maybe heard of general. I'm telling this to shorty, thinks it's unbelievable. But no one nigga shoots it straight, I never do subliminal. She says she loves a thinking man, it one is far from typical. God and family overall, it seems she digs my principles. Highly educated, handsome hoodies from the hip-hop pool. I prefer visits and calls, but she makes sexy textable. We both enjoy the conversations, I enjoy she flexible. The way she walks because I'm watching, which is so delectable. Since baby be by the business, which is better edible. Got her running, screaming, rated 80 on my pedestal. I done brought her to the crib, let her see how rated lives. Some say rated's overrated, over hatred's what it is. And when I do it, you get it, this what I get. Yeah, that's what it is. Picked up the keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and think that's all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, that's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Double don't do dumb shit, double keeps she the band. Shorty is been a G, so a gangster she understands. Lil' mama sexy as fuck, double keeps her wet enough. She loves the way I eat it, beat it, freak till she wets me up. She see double in the streets, no I'm far from industry. The industry respects the snitch, so bitch they fuck away from me. Till she knew double was trouble when she caught a nigga sleeping. Tried to wake me, laugh and shake me till the nigga started singing. Don't wake me, I'm scheming. She said, please don't wake me. Yeah. See what I mean? Shorty crazy, sexy, cool, but TLC digging the scene. Red light specials in the room. Always tell me not to change, keep it real and stay true. Doubles in life, the changes happen only when due. Yeah. The keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and tint, this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, it's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Double, I got a bad when we be sliding through the streets, spinning chips, flipping whips. I grip my heat, she grip my meat, which is cool cause I'm no fool. Rated high in school, she use her head to get ahead. The brain so good, her noodles loose. She gon' be here in a minute, y'all should probably meet. But please, don't have to tell the whole world that you street, yo. You say what? Hold on, bro. Let me tell you. See? I hear you, nigga, but my shorty like the street. She know Double's a hood, nigga. She just loves the way I speak. Keep it G, bro, keep it B. We gon' do a meet and greet. Babe coming over too, and she just love the D on me. Since she running late but gunning, fam, you need to see the whip. Black on black, both phones react. Man, I can't believe this shit. Got the keys in my crib, you think this all me. Switching up on my whips and think this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, it's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit this all.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all stopping in for another episode of In My Opinion. If you haven't checked out any of the other episodes, feel free to check me out. Speaker Radio, presented by Dre's Radio Cafe. This episode here, let me first tell you, I'm going through a series called All Me, basically talking about me. My opinion on different situations. I started you off with wealth, I went through health, I went through family. This episode right here is on friends. I also have an episode on circles, and I also have an episode on life. Alright, so I will be going through all these motions. This episode is basically bent off the idea of friends. Now, I've went through the motions, and I realized you have, really it says 7, but there's 8. Now, I'll go through each one of them with you in its entirety. And we will discuss them one by one. First are lifetime, long life friends. When I mean long life friends, to me, if you ever go through and you look at my long life friends, it's people that I've been around for a long period of time. Now, what do I consider a long period of time? Long period of time has to be anywhere over 20 years. 20 years at least. The reason I say that is because you can have a long friend for more than 20 and really not be your friend, just be an acquaintance. And what do I mean by that? Is that somebody that you have as a friend, but really it's not in your best interest or out for your best interest, or not even truly a friend to you because they've had ulterior motives. Now, I'm trying my best not to let my inner anguish or my inner disappointment with friends cloud over this conversation, because it's basically, I've been through that motion of a best friend that I've had for 20 years who out the blue just ghosted me. And it's bad, very, very bad, and very hardening in some sense, because this is a person I depended on, that I went to turn to, regardless of all the situations. I mean, like, not even on my account, just on their account of how they put things in perspective was real shitty. And that doesn't apply to a friend. So when I say long life friends, I mean somebody that you've been around with for a long time. People that I associate myself to be long friends, I have some that I can't really truly mention on here because a lot of them are, I just don't want issues of a lot of them. The ones I can say that's been with me for more than 20 years plus. One of them is my boss. We're close. We're like family. And that was more of a family type issue than anything else, because I started with him, with one of my other coworkers. But I'm trying my best not to mention names. All my family that I work at the restaurant with, some of them have been with me for more than 20 years. I've been there 20 plus years. So they're considered family to me, but they're also friends. I can call them. I haven't called them in terms of like finances or anything like that, but I have called them if I had issues. I feel, like I need to talk to somebody whenever I was down and out, whenever I was going through my Bell palsy state. I'm still going through it, but just situations altogether. So I have been dealing with family and friends like that on that nature. So I do have some long-time friends. My family from Chicago, my Black seasoned brothers. I can mention names if I need to, but I'm trying my best not to. My Black seasoned brothers that I did a lot of music with back in the day. Hell, let's go with it. Quam, Sign, Mario, Haiku, Oak. All them are my longtime friends. Classmates can be considered longtime friends if you've been still associating yourself with them on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever. But my fam from back home, all my Black seasoned brothers, TKP, they've been around for day one. My brother Marquise SOS, my real brother, he's been a good friend to me whenever I need a shoulder to talk to or something like that. And he stays on me. Real friends, long acquainted friends keep an eye on you. They make sure you're in good health, good standings. You're not having an issue, anything of that nature. So when I speak on the idea of long life friends, lifelong friends, that's what you apply to. Now, like I said before, your opinion might be depending on your age. You might say, I'm only 40 years old. Well, 40 years of your life, 20 years of it is going to be with a lifelong friend, because you're 20 years in already. So you can consider that, or you can't consider that. I'm not trying to be a therapist or, whatever. I'm just saying, like, at some point or another, your lifelong friends have to have a year stamp on it. My year stamp is 20 plus years, because I've been around, a good long while, enough to know that 20 plus years has to equal something. So lifelong friends is the first one. All right. Let's go to the next one. Best friends. Like I said in the beginning, a lifelong friend could be a best friend, and your best friend can sometimes not be your best friend at all. The reason I say that is because, like I said before, I had a friend that I abided in, and I trusted, and I looked up to, and I thought this person was an example of what I wanted to be like. And as years passed, things happen, and God will put people in your life and pull people out your life based off of what their intentions are. And if they're not worth what God has intended for you, He's gonna find a way to kneel them out. Am I upset at that? No. Do I regret that? No. You're not supposed to regret anything in life. You're not supposed to hate anything in life. I don't hate him. I don't regret him being a friend to me, because for years he was there. But I know at some point or another I outgrown that friend, because that best friend was supposed to be a best friend for eternity, but that doesn't happen. It's just like marriages. It's just like dating somebody. It's all of the above when it comes to anything else. That's kind of the situation of best friends. You have your ups and downs. You argue with them. You fight with them. You complain to them. They complain to you. You go on with your day, and still that's still your friend at the end of the day, unless you do something that's out of the ordinary and not just right. I can vouch that I haven't been the best friend to some people, and I haven't been the worst friend to some people. But I do know at the end of the day, if it's true, it's there. If it's not true, it won't be there. Just the end of the day. That's how that works. So a best friend can be, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your neighbor. If you and the neighbors get down like that, like in terms of like barbecuing and hanging out and things of that nature. Now, I will say, when it comes to me, and this is based off my opinion and how I am, my best friends are not just the people I accommodate or stand by. There's also people that I don't deal with on a daily basis that could be a best friend. One of my homeboys, or two of my homeboys, I spend a lot of time playing video games with them online. It's just me. It's how I like, I unwind myself. And I'm amongst good friends when I'm playing that. And they don't judge me. They don't ask me questions about my life, come at me the wrong way. Don't sideways me if I needed to holler at them about something that they can help me or they can't help me. But them people are the ones that I ride or die with at the end of the day. If because I don't really get out that much. People don't invite me out that much. I mean, it's not that I don't get invited out much, because it's not really my thing, but I'm old school, and I've learned a lot of lessons out of being out late and doing things and going places. And now, with the way that the world is now, it's so difficult to be able to enjoy your life the way without thinking or worrying about something happening. I have friends that are enrolling their kids in different schools, or trying to sugarcoat their life because they're worried about something might happen to them, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is just life. My daughter can go to any school at any time, at any given moment, and if the things happen that I can't control them. I would just hope that my daughter has a smarter vision of what to do when that situation happens. If that situation happens, whether it be somebody threatening the school, or riding the bus and has an accident, or stranger danger, anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that my daughter has enough common sense or enough knowledge to know what to do in situations like that. That's why I stay on her so much about everything. So with that being said about best friends, I mean, that's another style of friends. So I've done cleared the way for lifelong friends and best friends. And if I haven't cleared it up the way as we conversate that you have your own opinion on, or you have your own thought process on, or if I'm saying something wrong or doing something wrong, feel free to hit me up while you're in the chat room. Alright, everything is just conversation. This is all just conversation, because the more we conversate, the more we get to know what's going on and how things are. If you hear these squeaking noises in the fan and stuff on, it's because I'm in my studio, what I call my studio, doing work, and I need to get a new chair. Alright, so close friends. Let's go to close friends now. When you speak of close friends, we're speaking of when you say close friends, my definition of close friends would be people that I associate myself with that we don't really go out or do things as much. It's a grade down from a best friend. Basically a grade down from a best friend. What I mean by grade down from a best friend, I can call on them and talk to them. They can call me and say, hey Dre, what you doing today? You want to go to a movie? Do you want to kick it at, go to Cheesecake Factory? Do you want to go to McDonald's? Do you want to go take a walk to the park? Do you want to do something? That is what a close friend is. Do I have many close friends? Not many. They say on the average you're supposed to have at least two close friends, at least two best friends, and then school friends, long life friends, lifelong friends. I'm sorry, you're supposed to have two of two. So you two, and two. Now, why do they say two, and two? In case one, you brawl out with one. Who knows? If you brawl out with one and you still got a friend that you can call on and count on. A lot of times when you have lifelong friends, they usually come in more than one or two. And what happens is you either grow out of them or, something happens. Let's take, for example, best man wedding. Any of them you want to go through. There was four guys, always four guys. They had their fights out. Things happen. One leaves, one comes back. One leaves, one comes back. But they're long life friends and they're best friends. So the process is there to know that you have someone there to back up the other one. Plus, it's always good to get a second opinion on a lot of stuff when you don't really have that first opinion clarified in your head. So having a second opinion or another friend is a great thing to have. Don't know if it's the most viable idea, but to each his own. So, with me, I don't know how I have a lot of lifelong friends, that I can associate myself with. Do they say they're my best friends? No, they're just lifelong friends that I dealt with. Best friends, I do have two best friends. I will hope that I do. And I do have two close friends. And do I choose to move the close friends to best friends? That wouldn't be the kickback to it. The kickback to it is not to really have your space with close friends and best friends. Now I have my reasoning why my close friends and my best friends are not the same people sometimes. Just because the respect factor behind it. I give more respect to my best friends than I do to my close friends. But it doesn't mean I don't give them as much respect. So it's a little bit different when it comes to the aspect of best friends to close friends. Now, lifelong friends are different. I don't associate myself with them every single day. Lifelong friends like family reunions, school reunions or family reunions or things of that nature that we see each other and we say, hey, we go back, way back. You know what I'm saying? So we do have a bondage of friends because I had some friends that passed away that were close friends. And I've had some friends that are best friends that I had passed away too. So that is there in its aspect and its entirety. And it's just a different way of thinking about it. Let's talk about social group friends. What I mean by social group friends is like social, but not particular. Like you got some people that you go out with, buddies that you drink. It's okay. So here's an example. I'm out with my best friend or my close friend, and we're out with their friends. Their friends may be friends to him, but not friends to me. They're social buddies, social friends to me. So if I'm out hanging with, double dating with somebody and they brought their friend, that is a social friend. Social friend meaning I associate myself with them, but I don't really have them as a close friend or a best friend. They're just people that I associate myself with because I'm with somebody else. Or you go to a bar and everybody knows your name, like Cheers. Everybody knows your name, but none of them are truly a best friend because they're just people that you know. So them are called social group friends. So you have that aspect of it right there. Let me get into. Let's go with activity friends. Okay, so let's do activity friends. Activity friends are people that you associate yourself with on activities. What do I mean by activities? I mean, like, for example, my kids. My kids have sports. And every time my kids have a sports game or meeting or something, I'm always there around. I could be around my best friend, but I'm also going to be around sports friends, meaning these people have kids too that I associate myself with on a level like that. So Jill and his mama is there, and Jack and his daddy's there, and you know, I'm there with my daughter or my son, and I'm talking to them while they're watching their kids and they're watching my kid or whatever the case may be. That is activity friends. Activity friends don't have to be close friends, because they're not close friends. They're not going to be best friends because they're not best friends. They're not going to be long. They could be a long time depending on if your kids go to the same school you went to and they're friends with your friends and whatever the case may be. But they can be acquainted. Could be acquainted. Who knows? That's not how far back I look. I just look at it as I'm there with my daughter and I'm watching my daughter play soccer, and like I said, Jill and her mom is there and Jack and his dad is there, and I'm talking to Jack and Jill's parents because their kids is with my kids, and it is just conversation. You know, it could be, hey, how you doing? Things of that nature. And it don't have to necessarily be games. It could be spelling bees or anything that just has to do with activity. You know, activity. Or it could be you go to a gym with somebody, and you have a gym buddy. Could be a gym buddy. You know what I'm saying? Just something that you deal with not every day. Like you go to the gym and you meet Jill, and Jill's there, and you and Jill always work out at the same time every day, but y'all don't really go out and hang. Y'all don't really conversate on the phone. Y'all don't really do anything else. That could be a gym buddy, activity friend. Or you play basketball with friends that you know, but you personally don't know them. You just go play basketball or football, flag football. It don't have to be anything that has to do with an activity, meaning sports, you know, hell, rallies. Like you go to a rally and your friends there, but you don't see them every day. It's just people that you associate yourself with. Or church. It's an activity. I try to go to church every Wednesday, Sunday. If I go to church every Wednesday and Sunday, I see the same people, but I don't associate myself with them people every day of the week. I associate with them when I'm at church. That's activity. So you have that into play. Don't mean you have to be best friends, because you can't be best friends and just be activity buddies unless y'all are, you know, duck buddies. And I can't say the main word, fuck buddies or whatever. I'll just go out and say it. That is, but them are like one night stands. That's really not considered a friend or anything of that nature. So anyway, I'm gonna stick off that conversation. I'm gonna let that conversation go. That's for a conversation of something else down the line if y'all want to conversate about that. But no, that's not where we land at in terms of activity buddies. All right. Friends of friends of convenience. What do I mean by friends of convenience? I was trying to remember what I was going to say. Friends of convenience are like everyday thing. Like you got a job and you work with the same people every day, and you get in the car with your best friend, and somebody else is in the carpool, and y'all pick up somebody else in the carpool, and y'all pick up somebody else in the carpool. So it's 5 of y'all in the car. One might be your best friend. The other ones are friends of convenience, meaning they're in the carpool with you. They're just there. They're conversating with you. When you ask your partner or whatever, say, hey, I talked to such and such in the car while we're on the way to work, blah, blah, blah. That is called a friend of convenience. It's not nothing that you can't go and ask them for money. You can't go and be like, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 can I borrow some money? That's not the case, because these are people that you don't see every day on a daily basis, and only when you see them is when you're in the car with them, riding with them. You're not always at a game with them, whatever. It's just a friend of convenience. Now, a friend of convenience and an activity friend can be the same person, because guess what? You can be riding in the car with them while you're on the way to the game, or y'all could be, something of that nature. So it's not to say that you can't get through that, all right? So you got the friends of convenience. So we've been through Let me get my. Okay, so now let's go to something else. Let's go to acquaintances. Acquaintances are not like friends of convenience, activity buddies, close friends, best friends, long life friends. It's none of those. Acquaintances are just people that my best friend know that I know, or somebody that you don't really associate yourself with, but you know or conversate with. A lot of times you hear in the news about people doing something dumb or whatever the case may be, and sometimes you will hear somebody say, I know them, but I don't know them. That means it's an acquaintance. Acquaintances are a little bit different, because acquaintances are just one of them situations where you really just, you don't know them, but you don't know them. I know a lot of acquaintances, people that I see on a daily, but I don't know them. Okay, my neighbors, I got neighbors 2 houses down, next door, one way to the next, and I don't know them personally, but they're all acquaintances. It's bypassing. It's, hey, how you doing? Everything okay? Yeah, sure, I'm good. That's whatever. Just keep it moving. That's what an acquaintance is to me. So it's really not really much more to conversate on acquaintances, because a lot of people that have acquaintances, they just know them by just running into them, whatever case may be, on the elevator or whatever, and you see them, talk to them every now and then. I wish I had a better second opinion on this. There might be another show on friends, because I have to get somebody else's opinion on a lot of this stuff. And while you're in the chat room, just chat it up with me, and I'll figure out a day I can do my first episode of the round table with y'all, and we can talk about friends. All right, so that would be a good little conversation piece. Last but not least, I like to talk about spouse friends. What do I mean by spouse friends? It means boyfriend, girlfriend. Your boyfriend or girlfriend don't necessarily have to be they should be your best friend, should be your close friend. Don't necessarily have to be a lifelong friend, unless it was a high school sweetheart or something like that you went back to. Not an acquaintance, not an activity. It could be an activity buddy or activity friend, because you can do a lot of things with the gym, go to the gym, things like that nature. But they should be just as important as a best friend or a close friend. If they're not, then it's truly not what it is. They can be someone you can depend on. Have to be somebody that will not judge you, somebody that is going to be there around you. Like I said before, I'm not speaking too much on the idea of this, because it is what it is. I haven't been the best friends to a lot of people, and I've been reprimanded somewhat, but not all the way that I should be. I do care about a lot of my friends, and I do care a lot, and I can say the word love to a lot of people too. But I don't say love unless it's meant there. I do have a lot of friends that I love, a lot of friends that I care about dearly, a lot of friends that mean a lot to me. And there's people that I acquaint myself with. There's people that I call activity friends that I can go to the gym with. There is lifelong friends that I have. There is a large amount of acquaintances that I know. And my life is my life. Let me say just this in general before I close out. Friends are based off of how you opinionate yourself. Each person has their own type of friend list, how they're different and how they go about doing their life. I can't really tell you about friends into much more deep. I am a homebody, so I'm a ambivert really, but I'm a homebody. I don't like to go out that much, do a lot of stuff, do a lot of things. It is what it is. So take everything that I say into consideration and don't take it to heart. And if there's anything that I've said in this episode that has offended anybody, feel free to let me know, because I need to know where I can make things better or how I need to adjust and how I see things. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I thank y'all so very much, because I did touch on some points that I need to touch on. I'm trying my best not to go over in time, because I hate going over in time. But real quick, once again, I went over lifelong friends. I went over best friends. I went over close friends. I went over social group friends. I went over activity friends. I went over the idea of friends of convenience, acquaintances, spouse friends, and then you can just add, if you want to add in there, you can add in friends with benefits. I don't know what else to throw off in that. You know what friends with benefits are. You can throw that in there too. That's just for another show. Like I said before, there's too many things to talk about when it comes to friends. My opinion is my opinion. Like I said before, has nothing to do with the station. Like I said, if y'all want to conversate on this some more, this might be a good topic for the roundtable. I will get into the roundtable on a live show sometime soon. Hopefully the next couple of days, depending on how things turn out. So if you're interested in going on a roundtable and talking about situations like friends and things of that nature, hit me up, drezey21 at yahoo.com. Also, you can text me, 615-540-3998. I'm getting ready to give y'all ways to reach me, and then I'm going to hit y'all with this all me as I'm going out. Once again, I thank y'all so very much. This is episode 8.4, which is this is season 9 right now, but I'm doing 8.4. This is called Friends, and this is in my opinion. I thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Until next show, which will be next week, I will be talking about circles, or you can go ahead and get into my episode that you haven't heard yet. Episode 2, I believe it is. I talk about circles, and when I do, that way you can come in with an open mind and understand what I'm talking about. Until then, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Put God first, protect, provide, spread love, and get this money. Until next show, y'all be good. Peace.
Ways to reach me. DREZEY21 at yahoo.com. That's DREZEY21 at yahoo.com. You can also call 615-540-3998. That's 615-540-3998. If I do not answer, feel free to leave me a message or send me a text message. I will get them as soon as possible, and I will return your message. All right. Also, you can check out the website, www.Drezey Radio Cafe. That's www.DREZRADIOCAFE.com. All right. Man, so many ways to reach me. Hit me up whenever you get the opportunity. That's Drezey Radio Cafe. What you sipping on? Let's get into it. Let's go.
Yeah. Rated. Double.
Roski making hits.
Keys in my crib, you think it's all me? Yeah. On me. So it's all me. Picked up the keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and tint, that's all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, that's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Brady has always been this crazy, classy criminal. Highly respected, baby, maybe heard of general. I'm telling this to shorty, thinks it's unbelievable, but no one nigga shoots it straight, I never do subliminal. She says she loves a thinking man, it one is far from typical. God and family overall, it seems she digs my principles. Highly educated, handsome hood is from the hip-hop pool. I prefer visits and calls, but she made sexy textable. We both enjoy the conversations, I enjoy she flexible. The way she walks because I'm watching, which is so delectable. Since baby be by the business, which is better edible. Got her running, screaming, rated 80 on my pedestal. I done brought her to the crib, let her see how rated lives. Some say rated overrated, over hatred's what it is. And when I do it, you get it, this what I get. Yeah, that's what it is. Picked up the keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and take this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, that's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Double don't do dumb shit, double keeps she the band. Shorty is been a G, so a gangster she understands. Look, mama sexy as fuck, double keeps her wet enough. She loves the way I eat it, beat it, freaks till she wets me up. She see double in the streets, no I'm far from industry. The industry respects the snitch, so bitch they fuck away from me. Till she knew double was trouble when she caught a nigga sleeping. Tried to wake me, laugh and shake me till the nigga started singing. Don't wake me, I'm scheming. She said, please don't wake me, yeah. See what I mean? Shorty crazy, sexy, cool, with TLC digging the scene. Red light specials in the room. Always tell me not to change, keep it real and stay true. Doubles in life, the changes happen only when due. Yeah. The keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and tint, this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, it's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit, that's all me. Double, I got a bad when we be sliding through the streets, spinning chips, flipping whips. I grip my heat, she grip my meat, which is cool cause I'm no fool. Rated high in school, she use her head to get ahead. The brain so good, her noodles loose. She gon' be here in a minute, y'all should probably meet. But please, don't have to tell the whole world that you street, yeah. You say what? Hold on, bro. Let me tell you. See, I hear you, nigga, but my shorty like the street. She know Double's a hood, nigga. She just loves the way I speak. Keep it G-bro, keep it B. We gon' do a meet and greet. Babe coming over too, and she just love the D on me. Since she running late but gunning, fam, you need to see the whip. Black on black, both phones react. Man, I can't believe this shit. She got the keys in my crib, you dig this all me. Switching up on my whips and tint, this all me. Doubled up on my chips and clips, it's all me. You see that ass on that chick, I hit that all.